doesn't have thermal or extended thermal lance out yet. Hasn't even started that research. Baby Eater does have +1 attack for his bio units, and this is a pretty sizable force, especially only against this many stalkers. The scan going down, Chrono boosting out that second Colossus, still opting not to get the thermal lance. And he does have an expansion operational right now. The Spire is up for Reckless, so we could see Mutas pretty soon from Reckless, throwing down a Baneling Nest of his own. And I'm not sure. No, there are not any more Banelings out still. We do have two Spore Crawlers going down right now. The Creep Spread from Reckless is starting to make its way across the map. And I did just hear some Banelings, I believe. Yeah, so Reckless is opting to get Banelings against this Terran player. Reckless does love his Banelings, probably more than anything else on the planet. And we do have Extended Thermal Lance now being researched. That second Colossus now coming out. The Stalkers are over at Reckless's base right now. And it looks like the lair is done for Peachwood. And we do have a medevac, 4 medevacs now loaded up with Marines and Marauders. A whole bunch of Marines and 4 Marauders, actually. Gonna land them right up here. This could be very bad but it looks like Bob Ross did spot this, actually, so he is gonna to ward this off. He's not gonna get any free kills on these medevacs, but very good sense from Bob Ross, knowing that those are coming and warding those off. That could have been very bad, losing a lot of tech structures possibly for him. So we do still have these medevacs floating around. Siege tech is done, and looks like 10 Banelings are being morphed in for Peachwood, dropping off all these Marauders, opting to maybe do a frontal assault. We do have quite a few Banelings right now for Reckless. So if these micro correctly, he does need more saturation, though. This is huge. He does need a lot of saturation. And he barely has any drones right now. If we look at the income, Reckless is definitely down, only having 22 drones on 2 base. Whereas Baby Eater and Bob Ross have 52 and 53. So the Zerg players are hurting right now from their counterattacks at each other and getting too many attacking units. So the scan is going down. I'm going to push this creep back a little bit. This is a very good attribute to have as a Terran player, especially when you're going this bio ball. You don't want Banelings to have their speed plus the bonus speed of the creep. So more Banelings coming in from Reckless, almost all of these being morphed into Banelings. And we do have an expansion now up for Baby Eater. So 3 bases now for a Terran player. Only producing off of barracks. Only a couple of these have, actually only one of these has a tech lab for the upgrades. The rest are just going to be Marines. And we do have a sizable force from Bob Ross, having 4 Colossus at this point. Getting another one right now. No upgrades yet. But looks like they are going to be looking to push out right now. The Banelings are going to be rolling in from the side, taking out many Marines right there. And the Colossus are doing the good range damage. More Banelings rolling in, doing lots of damage to these doing this Marine Marauder ball. And the siege tank back here not sieged up. These Colossus doing great damage. We do have 2 Vikings now, though. So there could be 1 Colossus getting taken down if he doesn't micro this back, and he doesn't. Opting to move up and take out the rest of these forces. This 1 Viking does finally get taken out. So only losing 1 Colossus there. Very good Baneling use right there from Reckless, doing lots and lots of damage. And we do have 4 Banelings loaded up in an Overlord from Peachwood, going back here to try and do as much damage as it can to Bob Ross's mineral line. This could be very bad right now. He's nothing over here to defend this, and it looks like he is going to be dropping down here. But this 1 Baneling going for the Queen instead, taking out quite a few probes right there. Bob Ross going to be chrono boosting some more out. There are no drones from Reckless right now. This is kind of ridiculous that he's still producing units. That he can still produce units, I guess. Streaming out some more Zerglings across the field. Siege tanks are going to be protecting the front of Baby Eater's base. And I can't keep saying Baby Eater. It's a ridiculous name. It's kind of awesome. Awesomely ridiculous. More Banelings coming in from Reckless. And Bob Ross is also taking expansion right next to the Purple Terran's Planetary Fortress. So this could be a big battle site. We do have a battle going on right now. These Colossus are going to be doing massive damage. Those Banelings are going to be rolling in a little bit late to do anything at this point. They are going for the siege tanks. There are 2 Vikings, but there are a lot of Mutalisks right now from Reckless, looking like they are going to be able to snipe all of these, only losing one Colossus again. These Stalkers still are going to be able to do quite a bit of damage. And I don't know what Baby Eater and Peachwood can do at this point. There are 6 Corruptors coming out from Peachwood, as well as 7 Mutalisks. And looks like the purple Terran player is going to be backing up, trying to bide his time, wait for these Corruptors and Mutalisks to try and do as much damage, but I don't think he will be able to fight off this many Stalkers with just 6 or 7 Mutalisks. The Corruptors may be able to take out these Colossus, but I think that it could be too late. The Mutas for Reckless are over here just waiting to maybe counterattack into the base, and the Siege Tank is going to get taken out pretty quickly, I think, from these Colossus, and the Marines and Marauders just melting away. And it looks like they are coming in right now. Peachwood is coming in. These Corruptors and Mutas are going to be in here, but those Stalkers are definitely going to be able to push that back, no problem. Sniping a couple more, getting a few free kills, basically. And we do have counterattack right now from the purple Terran player. We do have Stalkers over here ready to intercept anything coming their way. Definitely a few more coming in here, and it looks like the base is getting completely destroyed by Bob Ross. He is doing a great job of keeping these units alive and not allowing the Terran player to get too many units. He is rallying his units over here at this point to try and fend this off again, but he did just lose so many SCVs right there, and I don't know what they can do. Another counterattack coming in from Reckless to the main, and I don't know where these Mutas are. Here they are. The Mutas and the Corruptors are over here with a couple of Zerglings. Well, actually quite a few Zerglings, but he is going to have to run back because he is getting his economy taken out once again. And more barracks going up from the Terran player. His orbital is going to get sniped, and it looks like his main base just got completely destroyed. Only a handful of Marines over here right now. They do have Stim, but against this many Colossus, it's pretty much hopeless, I think, at this point. Bob Ross did finally find this and is going to be attacking those buildings being constructed. And the Zerglings are going to be coming in right now. Look how many Marines taking down. It looks like Baby Eater has left the game. It looks like they might get 1 or 2 Colossus here, but I think that it's only a matter of seconds before Peachwood is going to leave this game. These Corruptors are doing great damage against the Colossus. Going to snipe all 3 of them, but there are quite a few Stalkers left, and I really don't know what they can do. He has 4,000 minerals now that Peachwood left, and that was my ringtone if you heard that. So I don't know what he can do at this point with all his so many minerals. These units aren't even mining, and the expansion, he is fighting back with Baby Eater's SCVs. Being able to actually clean up those Stalkers with that many SCVs, I think there were some Marines and Zerglings in there as well. But I don't see this going very well. The Planetary Fortress being taken out by Reckless's Mutas, and he is going to start remote mining off of his own minerals right now to try to, I guess, never mind, fight back. Okay, so he did leave the game. Probably a good choice since he was basically mined out. Didn't have very much larva, I would imagine, and only basically had 1 mining base versus 2 players who had expanded 3 times and 1 that expanded twice. And Reckless finally getting his drone count up at the very end there. So great game by Reckless and Bob Ross. Those use of Banelings against that Marine Marauder ball is very effective. Using the Stalkers to try to cover the Colossus. Even though there were a lot of Corruptors, he did get that taken out. But it looks like they did take that very easily. It looked, well, not very easily, but pretty easily, very convincingly. So if you did like this game, please subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you guys at the next cast. Thanks for joining me.